Hi Flosstube, I'm Michelle from Michelle's Romantic Tangle, and I'm going to do a quick video tonight to show you the things I've just finished, since I know I won't have time in the next few days to do one on my regular schedule, and I'm excited about the stuff that I have done. So the first thing, when I talked to you in the last video, I thought I might be going to focus on my hedgehogs for a while, and that really seemed like a good idea, and I honestly did plan on focusing on the hedgehogs for a while, but then I picked up Riolis ripe apples, and I filled in this apple here, and I love the shading on this one. I love it. And so I made another apple, and it's interesting. This is 10 count fabric, so when I am holding it up to my face, stitching on it, I'm too close to appreciate what that shading is doing. I think there is 2 more apples, I think, one over here and one over here. And then I have lots and lots of basket to stitch, and I expect the basket to be kind of daunting, but it won't hurt anything if I focus on this for now and get the apples done, which totally goes against what I said in my last video about stitching the most boring part of the project first. So I get to change my mind. So that is ripe apples, which I am loving. I made another project bag from a calendar tea towel. This one obviously wasn't used in anyone's kitchen, and oh my gosh, these colors are bright. I again used the calendar for the back, and I cropped off the steeple of the church because I wanted to save the stream. But then I lost the rapids at the very bottom, so my stream looks like a road and my church is missing its steeple. But I think I got much more of the tree stuff down here by doing it that way. It's also a little wider than it would have been, except the previous owner of this towel had cut off the bottom of it, and I don't know if they cut off the bottom because it had the year on it, because the year is missing. It's always a puzzle to guess at what the previous owners of my stash had in mind when they were doing things with it. So I like this. This one I did not put fusible interfacing because I've only got about a yard left and I have plans for it and no plans to go to Joann's and buy fusible interfacing. It's floppier than the last one, but the fabric wasn't as faded and soft and hadn't lost all of its structure, so this will work. A pair of socks in progress does not need a sturdy bag. It needs a bag that'll keep it all zipped up and clean, and this absolutely meets the bill for that one. Still looking forward to having some time to go thrifting and look for more calendar towels because I love this thing. And I am still plodding away on my blue striped socks. I don't even know how long I've been working on these. I have this cuff almost done, and I could not find the second skein. I had 2 skeins. I knew I had 2 skeins, and it has been driving me batty because I don't want to go by a 3rd skein because I can't find the second skein. I finally found it in the bottom of a project bag I had taken to Sisters. I don't remember packing it for Sisters, but it's quite possible that I thought I would finish this sock over there, and I think I have taken these on another trip to Sisters and to the coast, and I've got way too much time invested in these socks considering how easy they are and my total lack of progress. I have an FFO. I don't FFO things very often. This is a momentous occasion. Here's the Splashing Fun bookmark, and I finished it with watery blue quilting cotton on the back. I folded the edges of my Ada over and sewed it all into place, so if I needed to wash this... Something is happening out on the highway tonight. That's the second set of sirens I've heard go back. Hopefully it's not a bad accident. Hopefully no one is hurt. On the way home Friday, I think it was, I was behind a truck that locked up its brakes and fishtailed across both lanes. Then later in the day, on the way home down one of our rural highways, a hay truck turned out onto the highway, took a corner too fast, and the rear part of the trailer just flipped. So I don't want to drive. I'm done. So this is my bookmark. I love it. I know people glue felt to the back or cardstock to the back. I'm not going to use the bookmark. I don't use bookmarks. Most of what I read is on my e-reader. But at the same time, I want to be able to wash my bookmark if one of my offspring dumps something on it. Even though at this point they're mostly too old to dump stuff on my books and my stitching, and there's no hope for the quilts. So yesterday was not a good day. I spent several hours at Costco trying to deal with a situation that they created when we had a tire replaced under our road hazard warranty, and the tire that they put on the truck was the wrong size, so it was 2 inches bigger than the other 3 tires, and we did not know that because you assume that they're going to put the right tire on, and then we were trying to figure out what was wrong with the front end of the truck. It turned out to be the tire, and it's been ugly. Their idea of making it right and my idea of making it right are not the same. I have for years been saying that Costco is an awesome place to buy tires. I take all of that back. I am so done. When I got home, I was still done. So I pulled out I Love Stitching, and I finished stitching the stuff up here in the basket, and I started back stitching. And I watched a truly stupid horror movie on Netflix that was extremely boring and had no point to it. But it was on in the background while I was back stitching. So at that point the movie was over. I had had 3 hours of back stitching maybe, because I'd also done some in the morning. And I was cranky, and I was angry about the tires, and I was unhappy about the stupid movie, and the mood I was in, I just kept back stitching. Watch half of a Final Destination movie. You can't watch those while you're cross stitching. They take too much looking at the screen. I got it done. I got all the stitching. I had some back stitching done, but all this stuff on the basket I got done last night, and this is one of those projects where the back stitching just really, really makes the project. I have some red fabric. It was actually in the bag that the tea towel came out of. I'm going to sew this into a project bag, which I'm excited about. That'll be another FFO. And my mother's been out thrifting again. I had told her that I was looking for those trivets that Bendy Stitchy keeps finding and finishing things in. I got a picture of one she sent me. It's a hexagon, which I don't think I've seen you guys showing. It was in the free box at the thrift store. Like 2 days later, she found another one for free. So now I have 2 trivets, and now I need to stitch things to go in my trivets, and that is a happy problem to have, so yay for that. I've also been watching some Flosstube. Stitching with Luda did a video, I think it was this week, it might have been in my to-watch list for a while, but she is meeting with her group of Ukrainian stitchers, and they do a flip-through of their finished projects, and guys, the eye candy, some of them are kits that I have, and it makes me wish it was Mania again so I could pull everything out and start stitching. I also saw Lisa Kindred Stitcher's newest video, and she is working on a Jeremiah junction chart with cottages that I know I have somewhere in my own stash, and is making some changes to update it a bit, so I will be watching her videos to see where she's going in that, because I love it when I'm watching Flosstube and somebody pulls out a new project and it is something that I like that is already in my stash. So I'm excited about that. Now we got people walking down the highway. It's going to be one of those nights. Having I Love Stitching done means that I have finished 3 of my 20 Stitch Mania starts. I was hoping for one a month that would put me at 10 by the time the next Mania rolled around, and I'm making faster progress than I thought I would, but some of those starts were really big, so we'll see what happens by next May. I am already piling up kits and charts and making plans, and I totally can start a couple of things before next year, but I am really looking forward to the permission to start something new every day, and hey, if I keep finishing these, I am totally justified in doing it again next year. Thank you so much for watching. I am Michelle with Michelle's Romantic Tangle, and it may be a couple weeks before the next official Flosstube video, but I have got some other stuff scheduled and planned. I've got a couple of tutorials and some thrifting and a hot iron transfer haul that will be next that I am excited about. So I will be back with you soon, and hopefully in my next Flosstube video I might have that I Love Stitching bag finished. Maybe the hedgehogs.